What's up, Brown? Um, you've asked for guidance lately, and if you haven't received it, I was going to say you've received it in a divinely guided way. You've purposely taken. Alright, so let me give you an example of my situation. The past year and a half, really 3 years, for someone you've been going through something for like 7 years, 10 years, you've had some demons on your back. But I would like to say that you've been delivered. You've had a deliverance, or you will if you have not. My bad if you hear my fan in the background, but I need to leave soon, and I'm not about to start sweating my hair out. So hopefully this joint come out right. Yes, I really trust the universe. Today is the day. Well, like I said, if you haven't done it, you're going to naturally be guided to do this. You are going to find your inner strength. Your inner strength is your God power. So we really have to drown out the outside noise, all of the stimulants, that were created to distract us and to keep us asleep. You have awakened, and I just seen something. You have awakened, to who you truly are. I've been getting the messages all in divine timing, and I didn't know exactly what this was about. In times, and today is May 8th, and it's going on like 4:30 East Coast Standard Time. But I've been getting this message, and I wasn't sure what the message meant. When you're in a state of confusion, when you just feel lost, you don't know. You don't know where to look. You don't know who to trust. You don't know what was a sign, what wasn't a sign. You know what I'm saying? But you're really remembering, my bad, the contract that you signed, and have really been, your third eye is awakening, and have really been stepping into your God self, because you are God. Remember that. You've got the demons off your back. Whoever you are, you probably didn't think this because you think, oh, I'm a good person, or I don't really try to do no harm to anybody, or like I say something like, if I do something, I try to make up for it, or whatever, I correct it. But today you took the time, or you will soon, to really listen deeply, from deep within your soul, deep within the ethers of the universe. So let me explain what I was going to explain. Today I cleaned my house. I'm gonna get rid of some more stuff when I come back home and do some laundry. So I advise you to clean up and declutter. Like, I've been literally decluttering for a while. I've been trying to hold on to some things because I'm trying to sell some things. I don't want to just give it away, someone else ends up making some money off of it, or throwing it away and someone else makes some money off of it. But I'm just gonna get rid of some things, but I've been decluttering for months, honestly, like just bit by bit. So you've encountered like a dark lost soul somewhere. I don't know if this is like an ex-lover, or it's someone you fell out with, you know. And I feel like this person has sent demons your way. And you have to be careful who you encounter, because what I've seen is like, you never know. Like, it could be like, I've seen the dudes I would like least expect be into like dark magic and shit. You know, like street ninjas or whatever. But you know, and you just wouldn't expect that from them or whatever, you know, like, oh, you from the hood, like, you know, I'm not into all this hocus pocus and all this stuff, like, but people be having secret lives. I would really love to be, like, take a glimpse into people's houses, you know, when they're alone or when they're with their family, just to see how people truly are at heart, you know, whether it's good or bad. But today I decluttered my house. I cleaned a little bit. Yeah, I did my hair, I cleaned, and I went to go take a shower. I think that's the next thing that I did. Oh no, before I went to go take a shower, I went into meditation. And in my meditation, I started calling my power back. And I actually fell asleep for a few minutes, you know, and then I just woke up just out of the blue. And I cleansed my house, you know, and while I'm cleansing it, I'm saying a prayer. You know, I feel like I'm terrible at praying. I feel like I never know the correct words to say, you know. It's like, I'm not gonna say that part, because, you know, I don't want to attract anything. But I just cleansed my house. I said a prayer after the meditation. In my meditation, I did a deep visualization, and I went and got in the shower. I got in the shower in the morning time, but I just went and got in the shower for some reason. You know, and after like lotioning and everything, I went and grabbed my grandmother's robe. Did I put it on in a bathroom or beside my window? I think I put it on in the bathroom. Well, and I was basically asking God to speak to me or whatever while I was doing this, or whoever to speak to me, my angels or whoever. And as soon as I got out the shower, because if I'm not really partaking in anything, like, I was kind of like revealing, like, to God, like, what am I, what's my downfall or whatever. I feel like my abusive relationship was to wake me up. And although this journey has been difficult for me and my children, my higher self knew I could handle it. You know, myself knew I can handle it or whatever. It was just a matter of time, you know. So you have blessings coming back around. It is never too late. It's all in divine timing. But when I came out of the shower, the first word that came to my head was anger. And that was my downfall, because I never had an anger issue, but my anger is an issue within my family. And I make an excuse for my anger by you know, like my kids not doing what I tell them to do, or I'm not the same person as I used to be, you know. When you're a woman or a man, you're being abused or whatever, and maybe like you don't want to make too much of a fuss about it because the kids are around, you know, so you're being just extremely passive every day, you know, so you're trying to be the bigger person, but you're being extremely passive and you're accepting it. So when I get out the shower, I put my grandmother's shirt on that I use for a robe. This is very pretty, just oversized shirt. And as soon as I did that, my bad, y'all. Y'all know how it is. It was quiet. Even though it's nice today, there was no sirens all day. So my mind, I literally heard the word anger in my mind. And I realized, yeah, that's my downfall, you know. So I've been speaking of someone getting their blessings in threes, the Holy Trinity, 333, mind, body, and soul. Everything is, you're coming into alignment. Everything is connecting for you. Or if you really feel like you connect with this message on a soul level, everything will begin to connect with you. But it can never be forced. It's always going to be when you least expect it. But you're going to be divinely guided to just do certain things. Just don't give in to the devil. You know, don't refrain from indulging in certain things that will let the devil in, because the devil comes for your weak spots. Like, you know, you could be a person like me, or I'm not hanging around anybody, or I don't do drugs, so like what's the most that could happen? But what was my downfalls after my spiritual awakening or whatever? What was keeping me stuck? My anger, you know. And people have I feel like people have deliverance in different ways. You know, some people's deliverance are a lot more animated or a lot more volatile. Some people may start throwing up or whatever, or some people may have legions of D's on them, you know, and they'll start revealing themselves as they're coming out and all of this stuff. But, you know, I'm protected, and nobody could get to me. No weapons formed against me can ever prosper. No one can even get close to me now. You know, any ill intent can't even reach me or my loved ones at all. And it just is what it is. But you're really learning to listen deeply, using your magic, and who you truly are, getting rid of the devil. And God is handing you your coin. You know, as I was getting out the shower, like, I'm not good at sound effects or accents, or like, you know how some people could do different voices and shit. I'm not really good at those things, but you know, I heard like the video sound game, like when you collect some coins and it's like ching ching, or whatever sound it makes when you make the coin. I heard that in my head, just like I heard the word anger. I want to hurry up because I gotta get dressed and leave. But yeah, so this is gonna either be your first blessing or your second blessing, whatever it is, but it will be a blessing. Your soul is aligning to your true purpose. And I'm so happy for myself. You know, like, that's the biggest issue in my house, you know, is anger. And who am I to tell you how to deal with your trauma, you know? Because it's not like, oh, you doing drugs or you cheating and stealing or whatever. You're just not going about things perfectly, and nobody's perfect, you know. So if you're being forgetful and I'm getting mad, who am I to judge you? But these are the side effects of your trauma, and I'm supposed to lead you and guide you and help you through those things. So don't get me twisted. I will turn up, but only for my kids. Yeah. So I don't know what tomorrow holds exactly. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna behave or whatever. But it's like last night I was mad because my oldest didn't do their daily chore or whatever. Or sometimes I could get mad because I could clean up and there'll be a mess right back on the floor. I don't really feel like I'm really gonna get mad at those things anymore. Like, I've been so anxious lately. Like, I've been breaking out in hives. Like, I've been so anxious. And I don't even today, like, because I'm trying to see if I can go to this event. I gotta go get my kid before I go. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my kid. My other kid was supposed to be home, you know. I clearly said come straight home or whatever, because I'm most likely gonna go to this event. But they clearly not here yet. But yeah, like, my hives, I didn't allow my hives to come. Like, I just took maybe like 2 deep breaths, and I just continued to do what I was gonna do with my hair. And now I'm about to get dressed and leave. I really wanted to come on here and just send this beautiful message to you guys. And let's see. Oh, and I really feel like one of the blessings is like your soul align, your 2 different souls aligning, like love partners, 2 beautiful people who were really meant to meet each other in this lifetime. So like all these things that's blocking you, they're being lifted bit by bit. You know, like, I'm trying to look for somewhere else to live, get my money situated and all of that. But I know it's really gonna come when I least expect it. So I'm really just gonna keep on doing me. Yeah, so I'm really just gonna keep on doing me. My bad, my throat was getting dry. And yeah, and I'm so happy. I'm so blessed. Oh, and then the birds that have been coming to me every day, that haven't been coming to me for the past 2-3 days. As soon as I got out the shower, I lifted my shade. I went to my room and I lifted my shade up. And then the bird, I wonder if it's the same bird, because we have a lot of brown birds around here. And then the bird just landed. It flew and landed right and looked straight at me and then just flew away. But yeah, let me go get dressed. And it's up.